Hi, my name is Graham Bullock. I'm CEO of learningalias.co.uk, and I'd like to talk to you briefly about how to tweak a ball corner when you're working to Class A principles. This is a section of a car interior, and the most difficult part of it is to create this corner here, which is often referred to as a ball corner. Before you can achieve a good ball corner, you have to make sure that these boundaries 1, 2, 3, 4, so the parent boundaries are all planarized, well, with the exception of this one because this is a trim edge, so it can't be planarized, but check it with a curve and make sure it's got a good smooth even curvature. Check that your CV hulls are evenly distributed here and evenly distributed here, and in fact they're not. There's a larger gap there than there is there and there, so I've done that on purpose. I've left that like that because I want to show you how that affects the build. So when you look at the ball corner from here using double horizon shader, the highlights are good, but I'm in full screen. But if I was to zoom in and really be honest, I can see that there are a few glitches. Now it's quite easy to see that this hull is too high, and that's driving up these 3 CVs that are aligned to this hull, and that in turn drives up this part of the hull, and it causes an uneven flow around there, and you can see the same thing happening there. So this needs to be slid down to about here, this hull needs to be slid down to about there, and then all the hulls would flow smoothly through the ball corner. Okay, how did I make the ball corner? That's one thing I want to show you, and that is that when you're working to high standards in Alias, you have to develop the art of looking right the way through, like you're looking down railway lines. You're looking for smoothness. So how did I build the ball corner? Right, I got all these edges planarized, 1, 2, 3, and I retrimmed this edge here. Next I built a square here, degree 5 by degree 5. Sometimes I would use a degree 7 by degree 7, but in this case, because I had degree 5 here in this blend and degree 5 here, I thought it made sense to stick to the same parameterization. But of course a degree 5 by degree 5 square is not going to find position or tangency on these boundaries. So what I did then was I increased the parameterization of the square surface by adding extra spans. So that introduced, I went to 3 spans, so that introduced an extra isopalm here and an extra isopalm there. Then I was able to get a tangency on all 4 boundaries. So my next move was to take the detach tool and detach the surface at that point there on the isopalm, and at this point here on the other isopalm. Now when you detach like that, what happens is you convert an extra surface of the same parameterization as the parent, if we call this the parent for the moment. So you automatically get a degree 5 by degree 5 single span surface there, Bezier surface. So I've got 1, 2, 3 Bezier surfaces, degree 5 by degree 5. And then the next stage is to align this surface to the blend and this surface here to the blend, and then slide these hulls until you get a nice smooth flow through here. Now I've done some work on this, but I haven't spent enough time to get it as good as I would like. So really I'd like to move that up a little bit there so that would smoothen this out, and then I'd like to move that up there so that would smoothen the flow there. Then I would like to slide this down, this hull, and that will bring this line running like so. Now because all these hulls are not part of the align process, you have to move the individual CVs using slide, single CV slide, and you have to tweak them. So unless your boss is very fussy, or the client is very fussy about the neatness of the hulls, on an interior there are hundreds of these type of ball corners, so you can't afford to spend an hour, 2 hours on each one. So you spend the time that you have available. Let's just have a look at the flow of the highlights, and you can see that it's all really quite nice. Admittedly, could spend a little bit more time straightening up the hulls, but I don't have any more time. So I hope that this has been useful, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video. Bye.